A wet tongue is licking my hand the next morning as I wake up. Jenner is usually pretty calm in the mornings, waiting patiently for me to get up and get ready before taking him out of a walk. But today she seems on edge, eager for me to get ready. I give her a pet and scratch behind the ear without raising my head. I missed you too, buddy. I sit up and rub my face, pulling my hair into a loose knot on top of my head. Let me just get ready, and I'll take you for a walk. It's already 7:45, a little later than I normally get up. I pull on jeans and a t-shirt and pad to the bathroom to brush my teeth. I gasp as I see my reflection in the mirror, almost hoping everything I saw last night would disappear now that I am back in my own house, like some kind of magic created by the hospital. But the color hasn't magically returned to me after one night's sleep. The room and everything around me is in full color. But my face and shoulders reflected in the mirror, as well as the toothbrush in my hand, are all gray. Now that I have a chance to really study it, it's not so much a color itself as a lack of all colors. Like everything vibrant is drained from me. I open the medicine cabinet door so the mirror faces the wall and finish brushing my teeth while looking at the bottles and tubes inside. I walk out to grab Jenner's leash as there's a knock on the door. I feel my watch rather than looking at it and realize it's 8 o'clock. I remember the appointment Dr. Murphy had made with a home nurse and groan. The last thing I want is someone coming in and fussing or trying to take care of me. I'm making up excuses in my head so I can send them away as I open the door. But as I see who's waiting, I gasp and take a small step back. Short blonde hair, today haloing her head in messy waves, and one good hand held up to her cheek in excitement. Evie, what are you doing here? I ask, bringing her close for a one-arm hug. I'm your in-home nurse. She breaks the hug and comes into the apartment, shutting the door behind her. I didn't find out until this morning. Apparently, your lead doctor is now that Dr. Murphy you told me about, and he recommended me. I twist my face. I thought you didn't know him. Evie shrugs. I don't, but apparently he knows me. Since I've already worked with you and you won't need any heavy lifting that would be impeded by this, she raises her sling slightly. Both he and the coordinator thought it would be a good match. Great! I say, excited by the turn the day is taking. What do you need to do? Evie gestures with her one good arm to the general area around us. Anything you need. You have an appointment at the hospital later today, so I don't need to do anything medically unless you don't feel well. Otherwise, I'm just here to help make sure you can get around, go with you in the medical shuttle, things like that. Well, I grab for Jenner's leash, who immediately sits at the door and looks expectant once he sees it. I was going to take Jenner for a walk and then can we go to the hospital after that? I'd like to visit my mom before the appointment. The air outside is cooler than the morning before I left for the hospital. In just the short time I stayed there, it seems the seasons changed. Jenner leads the way, falling back into his comfortable role. I'm happy to have Evie there, to give me somewhere to put my attention where my own colorless arm can't accidentally swing into my field of vision. There's a small park the next block over. I motion with my chin. If I don't direct him otherwise, that's where Jenner's going to go. Sounds great to me, Evie exclaims. It's a pretty day and this all technically counts as work time. Isn't it great? We turn the corner and enter the park. I lean over and let Jenner off the leash so he can wander around. Evie chats about her bus ride over, but I can't hear her. There is a gray hole in the middle of the park. One bench and the man sitting on it are both tones of gray, in stark contrast to the fall colors dancing around them. I recognize him. He's still gray from the hospital and still staring directly at me. Are you okay? Evie asks, trying to follow my eyes and see what has engrossed my attention. The man on the bench looks away from us and whistles, a few short bursts. What are you looking at? Evie asks, craning her head in the same general direction I'm staring. Does anything look odd to you over there? By that bench? Evie turns her attention from the park to my face, trying to pull my face to look me in the eyes. No, why? Are you having trouble seeing something? The man on the bench lets out one last long whistle and Jenner comes bounding towards him. The man pets Jenner around the ears and jaw, then leans over and puts his face close to the dog's. His lips move and it looks like he's whispering to Jenner. As the man sits up straight, the color unravels from Jenner like a loose thread from a sweater. As the man stands up and walks away, the color unravels further and further down my dog's body. No! I yell, breaking away from Evie's hand and run towards Jenner. The man is only a few steps away when I reach Jenner, throwing my arms around her. What did you do? I hiss at the man, who stands casually a few feet away, neither trying to get closer to us or making any movement away. I helped you both, that's all. How did you steal her color? Is she going to die? Did you somehow cause her to die? I am so angry the words are coming out more like a rasp than a scream. The man tilts his head, eyebrows bunching. Is that what you see? Annabelle, are you okay? Evie almost tumbles on top of me. She takes a few quick breaths. What happened? The man's face changes in an instant, turning to a polite, indulgent smile. Oh, don't worry. The dog wasn't bothering me at all. He's very friendly, his smile brightens, and he turns away. What was that about? Evie's glance darts frantically between me and Jenner. Nothing, I say, still hugging Jenner. This is the first time I've seen Jenner with a stranger.